السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Inshallah, we are continuing from where we stopped in the previous lesson. And if you can remember, we're looking at Al-Barid, right? We're looking at Barid. And then we were talking about, sending a letter, Tariq. We look at a dialogue between Tariq and then Khalid. Okay, where Tariq was describing to Khalid how he can send a letter, okay, to his brother in a different country, right? I think in India, right? And he was describing to him the processes that are involved in posting a letter to someone in a different country. So of course we said the Barid is like we have Maktabul Barid is a post office, right? So Barid is just post, right? So that was what we're looking at. And if you can remember, we got to a particular point where he talked about the Sundukul Barid, the boxes that the post offices they use, okay, the postage box, these boxes that they have. He said that people put their letters in them. And then he asked him, that وَمَنْ يَأْخُذْ هَذَا الْكِتَابُ مِنْ صُنْدُوقِ الْبَرِيدِ وَكَيْفَ يَصْنَعُ. So this was where we stopped. Inshallah, we are going to continue from this particular point. So I think that was here, right? So Tariq now answered him by saying that يَحْمِلُ السَّائِي الْكُتُبَ إِلَى مَكْتَبِ الْبَرِيدِ فَيُفْرِزُهَا رَجُلٌ مِنْ رِجَالِ الْبَرِيدِ. He says that يَحْمِلُ السَّائِي. A sa'i is, in today's term, we call him a delivery boy. You see this kind of people who do the delivery services. They usually ride bikes, okay, motorbike or motorcycle. They have boxes on the motorbike. They are called, that's what we term as the sa'i, okay. Simple terms, delivery boy, right? We call him the delivery boy. So that is the sa'i, the one who does the delivery services. So yahmilu sa'i al-kutuba. So this sa'i, delivery boy or delivery, person, he carries the kutub, the letters. Of course, here we are not talking about books, we are talking about letters. The verb here is hamala yahmilu. Hamala, to carry. Yahmilu, he is carrying. Okay, so yahmilu sa'i al-kutuba. The sa'i, the delivery boy or the delivery person, he carries the letters ila maktabil barid, to the post office. Fayufrizuha rajulun min rijal al-barid. Fayufrizuha. The verb here is afraza. I hope that is clear. The verb is what? Afraza. Yufrizu. Afraza, yufrizu. And it means to sort things into categories. Okay, to classify. You know, when assuming they are, let me give an example so that you see what it means. If you have students, okay, the whole school, the students are together. Then I now take the students and I put them, okay, this is primary 1 students, stand here. Primary 2 students, go here. Okay, primary 3 students, come here. I put them into categories. That is afraza. Afraza yuvrizu. To try to sort things into category, like to separate things into certain categories. That's what we term as afraza. To sort out. Okay, so afraza yufrizu. That's the verb here. So he says that fayufrizuha rajulun min rijal al-barid. And then a man from the men of the, from the postage men, the delivery guys who are working at the post office, they sort it out. And he explained how. Haza ila Delhi. This is to Delhi. Of course, this is Delhi. I think the capital of India, right? I don't know what is the capital. Wazalika ila Calcutta. And that one to Calcutta. That one is going to Calcutta. Calcutta is also a city. Okay. So that's what he's saying. He sort the letters into category. These are letters which are going to India. Delhi in India. This one is going to Calcutta. This one is going to so and so. So وهذا إلى الشرق, and this one is going to the east. وذلك إلى الغرب, and that one is going to the west. ويختمها, and he stamped them, or he sealed them. The verb here is khatama yakhtimu, and I think we have seen it before in the previous lesson, which means to either stamp or to seal. Okay, so that's what he does. Okay, after they sort it, they stamp them. Khalid now says that summa maza, then what? So after you said they will sort it out and then they will stamp it. So, or they will seal it. As I said, khatama yakhtimu, it can mean to stamp or to seal. Okay, you know, when you put something in an envelope and then you seal it, that could be what he's talking about here. It could mean it can mean that they stamp them, like they use a stamp to stamp on them, or they seal them into something. So Khalid says that summa maza, then what? Now Tariq answered by saying that summa tuhmalu hazihi al-kutubu ila al-mahattati summa tuda'u ala al-kitar. He says that summa tuhmalu hazihi al-kutub, then these letters are carried. This is majhul form, and I've explained it several times. The verb is hamala yahmilu, but you can see tuhmalu, that is majhul, right? It is carried. It is not that someone, like the person, the doer is unknown, is hidden. So summa tuhmalu, it is carried. Hazihi al-kutub, these letters, ila al-mahattati, to the mahatto. The mahatto is the station. Okay, a mahatto is a station, whether a car station. So for example, we have mahattotul benzir. Okay, the petrol station where they sell the petrol. Okay, so mahatto is station, well, a station. So ila mahatta, so it is sent to the station. Summa tudaw ala al-kitar, then it is placed on the kitar. What is kitar? We have seen kitar before. Hope you have not forgotten Safarul Kitar. You can remember we had a lesson that was named which had the name Safarul Kitar. Okay, the kitar is a train, right? So it is now, when after they send it to the station, they place it on the kitar. Okay. ويحملها الكتار إلى مكانها, and then the train carries them, okay, to their places, إلى مكانها, to their places. Okay, it is ha, you can see ha, يحملها مكانها. Why is it so? لماذا? Why is it not something like hum? ويحملهم, you can say ويحمله. This one is jam'u. I think this is now, right? Jam'u لغير akil, right? So plural of non-living things. Okay, like several books, we use feminine pronouns for them. Several books, several pens, plural of non-living things. Of course, we use feminine pronoun for them. So فكتاب دحلي يسافر به كتار دحلي إلى دحلي. So he says that, and then for the letters of Delhi, the letters that are going to Delhi, يسافر به كتار دحلي إلى دحلي, the train of Delhi, okay, travels with it to Delhi, okay, to Delhi. وكتاب كلكوتا يسافر به كتار كلكوتا, and the letters of Calcutta, the letters that are going to Calcutta, يسافر به كتار كلكوتا إلى كلكوتا, the train of Calcutta carries it to Calcutta, or travel with it to Calcutta. يسافر به, travels with it to Calcutta. Khalid now says that, وهل يحضر أخوك إلى محطة دحلي ويأخذ كتابه. وهل يحضر أخوك, will your brother be present إلى محطة دحلي, to the station of Delhi. وَيَأْخُذُ كِتَابَهُ, and take his letter. He is asking that after the train has sent it to the station, another station in Delhi, will his brother go to that station, and where the train has sent it, will his brother go and pick it from there? That's what he said. وَهَلْ يَعْرِفُهُ نَاظِرُ الْمَحَطَّةِ, and that's the Nazir al-Mahatta. When we say Nazir al-Mahatta, bimana, you can see the verb, there's a verb here, Nazara yanzur, is what? To look or to watch, right? So someone who watches over something, okay? Someone who is been entrusted with a particular property to watch over it, he can be called a Nazir. I hope that is clear. So Nazir is someone who oversees, someone who watches over, the one who watch over something, over a property or something, is called a Nazir. So وَهَلْ يَعْرِفُهُ نَازِرُ الْمَحَطَّةِ, and that's the Nazir al-Mahatta. Does he know him? Does he know his brother? That's what he said. Does he know his brother? Tariq now says that لا يحتاج أخي إلى هذا التعب. My brother is not in need, or my brother doesn't need all this stress. لا يحتاج أخي إلى هذا التعب. My brother doesn't need all this stress. Okay. بل إذا وصل الكتاب إلى محطة دهلي ينقل من المحطة إلى مكتب البريد. Rather, إذا وصل الكتاب, when the letter, or if the letter, okay, when the letter arrives إلى محطة, to the station, بمعنى of Delhi, ينقل من المحطة إلى مكتب البريد, it is transferred from the station to the post office. Okay, we have seen this verb before. Nakala yankulu. Nakala, he transferred. Yankulu, he is transferring. So I think we look at a particular lesson. I can't remember the name of the lesson, but we saw something like wanukil al-futur. Wanukil al-futur, you can remember we saw something like that. Wanukil al-futur ila al-masjid. Okay, I think that was the lesson where he was trying to fast. Okay, when he was a young boy. So ينقل من المحطة إلى مكتب البريد. It is, the food is being I'm saying the food. Sorry. The letter is transferred from the mahatta, from the station, to the maktab al-barid, to the post office. Khalidun now says that فيحضر أخوك إلى مكتب البريد ويأخذ رسالته من مدير البريد. So Khalid says that فيحضر أخوك. So as he just said that the letter will now be, it will be transferred from the station to the post office, Khalid, interfered by saying that فَيَحْضُرُ أَخُوكَ إِلَى مَكْتَبِ الْبَرِيدِ, and then your brother will go to the, or your brother will be present at the, will avail himself at the مكتب البريد, the post office, وَيَأْخُذُ رِسَالَتَهُ مِنْ مُدِيرِ الْبَرِيدِ, and he will take the letter from the principal of the post office. So that's what he asked him. You can see his Russia, right? So Tariq says that لا تعجل يا أخي, don't hasten, oh my brother. لا تعجل, don't hasten. Okay, the verb is ajila يعجل. Ajila, he hastened. يعجل, he is hastening. So لا تعجل, don't hasten. Okay, so even in the Quran it comes a lot of times. Allah use it for, in the work of prophets, there's no rush. There's no rush, right? In the work of prophethood. Okay, so Allah tells the prophet, the messenger of Allah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, okay, وَلَا تَعْجَلْ بِالْقُرْآنِ مِنْ قَبْلِ أَنْ يُقْضَى إِلَيْكَ وَحْيُهُ. You see, and then Allah tells Musa alayhi salatu wasalam also, okay, you know, Musa was going with his people. He had his people Bani Israel with him, and then he was going to talk with Allah, to have a dialogue with Allah, but he went before the appointed time, before the mi'ad, before the appointed time. So when he went, Allah asked him, okay, وَمَا أَعْجَلَكَ عَنْ قَوْمِكَ يَا مُوسَى. So he replied by saying that قَالَ هُمْ أُولَٰئِ عَلَىٰ أَثَرِي وَأَعْجِلْتُ إِلَيْكَ رَبِّي لِتَرْضَىٰ. So you see this verb, وَأَعْجِلْتُ, and I hastened to you. So Allah asked him why he came before the appointed time. So he was explaining. So agility, if I say agility, man, I hastened. Okay. So when he was explaining, that's what he said. Agility ilayka rabbi litarda. He hastened. He thought Allah will be pleased if he go before the appointed time, right? Okay. So la tajal, don't hasten. Tariq told him, don't hasten. He's explaining, and every small time he will interfere. Okay, so Tariq said, don't hasten, ya akhi, my brother. Ana ukhbiruka bi khabari al-kitab. I am informing you. Okay, I am giving you information of the news of letter. Bi khabari al-kitab. Bi maana how letter is written and posted. Okay, khabar is just news. Okay, we have seen news, khabar. Okay, khabar, the news of letter. Okay, the news of letter. Bimana, all how to write and post letter. Okay, that's what he's saying here. The verb here is akhbara yukhbiru. Okay, akhbara, he informed. Yukhbiru, he is informing. Okay. Iza wasala al-kitabu ila maktab al-barid. So he's continuing to explain further. إذا وصل الكتاب إلى مكتب البريد يفرز ويختم هنالك أيضا حتى يعرف متى وصل الكتاب إلى دهلي. He says that إذا وصل الكتاب إلى المكتب البريد, when the letter arrives at the post office, يفرز, it is sorted into categories, like I've explained before. Afraza yufrizu, but this one is majhul. Yufrazu, it is sorted, it is classified. This is from this one is from Delhi, this one is from Calcutta, this one is from China, this one is from here, this one is from there. You see, so that's what he said. Wa yuhtamu, and it is stamped. Munalika, over there. Okay, manner in India, those speaking, they are not in India, but the one the letter is going to, that his brother is writing the letter to, he is in India. So the letter is, all these letters, they are being sorted and stamped at the post office in India. I don't also, hatta yu'rafa mata wasala al-kitabu ila Delhi, so that they will know. So that it is known, when the letters arrived in India. Let me try to, please take note here. This hatta doesn't mean until. Hatta most of the cases mean until, but it's not always that it means until. Okay, here it means so that. Okay, so that. So hatta can also mean so that. So for example, I entered a classroom and then the teacher asked me, assuming that the teacher is, if you are going to enter, you should try to, greet, maybe say salam before you enter. So assuming I just entered without saying salam, and then the teacher asked me, why didn't you say salam before entering the classroom? Okay, so I can say that dakhaltu hatta la ushawishaka. You see, I entered so that I will not distract or disrupt you. I hope that is clear. I will not distract you. So it means so that the khalitu hatta la ushawishaka. Shawasha yushawishu is to distract, to disrupt. Okay, to cause nuisance, disturbance. So the khalitu hatta, you see, it doesn't mean I entered until I will not disturb you or until I will not distract you. No, it means I entered so that. So dakhaltu hatta la ushawishaka. So you see, to hatta means so that. Like here, the same thing is happening here. Wa yuhtamu, yufrazu wa yuhtamu. It is sorted out and it is stamped. Hunalika, over there. Aidan also hatta yu'rafu. so that it is known متى وصل الكتاب إلى دهلي, when the letter arrived, to India. So immediately just arrive at the post office, they will stamp it, okay, and then they will take note it arrived at this time, okay. وبعد ذلك يأخذه السائي ويحمله إلى أخي. وبعد ذلك, and after that يأخذه السائي, the postage, the delivery guy, okay, or the delivery person, يأخذه, the delivery person takes the letter, ويحمله إلى أخي, and then he carries it to my brother. He carries it to my brother, okay. He carries it to my brother. Inshallah, I think this is the end of this particular lesson. Alhamdulillah. But as I said previously in the last lesson, that the barid, let me show you. You can see here. You can see it is written into bracket 1. Okay, into bracket 1. You see here. So it means that there is a second part of it. Okay, we have al-barid part 2, like here. So you can see here al-barid part 2. So this is the second part of it. Inshallah, we'll look at it in the next lesson. Okay, we'll look at it in the next lesson. So we have seen a lot of terminologies that has to deal with writing and the posting of letter. Okay, so that is how the author, okay, the author, the book is very nice. It's a nice book, because what happens is that at the end of the day, he look at almost like our social life, a lot of things that we deal with, okay, daily, day in, day out. He tried to get, something to talk about it, so that at the end of the day, we will have learned a lot. I hope that is clear. We'll learn a lot, inshallah. Jazakum Allahu Khair, wa barakallahu li wa lakum fi Qur'an al-Hakim, wa nafali wa iyyakum min ayati wa zikr al-Hakim. And I also try to encourage myself and encourage all of us, every small thing that we are learning, let's try to apply it to the Quran. Let's try to apply it to the Quran. Let's try to apply it to the Quran. Okay. جزاكم الله خيرا بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.